Well, at the College of William and Mary in Williamsburg, Virginia, I learned many things. Surprisingly, though, one of the most important lessons I learned was not from a great course that I took or from one of my fantastic professors, but instead it was learned by simply walking around the campus and observing people. Being a perennial top tourist destination, Williamsburg has a lot of tourist drivers, which are also distracted drivers. And it was on more than one occasion that I watched as a group of students engrossed in conversation with one another approached a crosswalk, stepped out into the street only to have their lives flash before their eyes as an oncoming vehicle screeches to a halt so as to avoid hitting them. And you may be thinking, well, Chris, doesn't Williamsburg have those signs that my city has? And the answer is yes. At those crosswalks, there were signs that read, "Drivers must yield to pedestrians in crosswalk." Great sign, but not compelling enough for me to entrust my life with its effectiveness. One day, while I was standing there waiting for a car to pass, I caught out of the corner of my eye a student coming up who was reading a book while walking. And as he went to go step into the street, I instinctively threw my arm out to stop him. Feeling like a modern day superhero who just saved this student's life, I was a little surprised by his reaction. He looked at me and he said, "You know, they have to yield to us." Well, he had a point. I wish I had said at that point to him, "You know, you may be dead right on that point, but you also might just be dead." I think as leaders, there's an important principle there that we must know that sometimes we have the right to do something. We have the authority, the power. But as we continue down that path, it leads to something that's not good for us or the organization. And so over the next few weeks, I want to put out this video series for you as leaders to learn the 3 unintended consequences of over-relying on your positional authority. And before we close this video, let's go over those 3. The first is this, that the more it is used, the less it works. The second, it leads to buy-in, not ownership. And the third point, the third unintended consequence, is that as leaders, we win the battle, but we lose the war. At Joiner Advising Group, our mission is to help forward-looking leaders create alignment. We'll drop the second video of this series next Tuesday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Look forward to hearing from some of you in the comments below. Thanks a lot.